Hello everyone, I'm Betsy Nigley here, and I will be explaining a little bit information on the topic monoterpenes. I will be explaining the topic monoterpenes, just a brief introduction so that you get an overall idea of what this component is that comes from plants. So let's get into it. What are monoterpenes? Monoterpenes are one class of plant compounds. There are lots of compounds that are found in the plants, and monoterpenes is one class of those plant compounds. Monoterpenes contain 2 isoprene units per molecule. So, in any kind of monoterpenes, there is at least 2 isoprene units per molecule of it. So what are basically isoprene units? Before you go into monoterpenes, you have to know what are isoprene units. Isoprene units are basically organic compound that is found in plants, and it has a molecular formula CH2 double bond C CH3 CH double bond CH2, and it is a colorless organic compound, and it is basically a unsaturated colorless compound, volatile compound. So unsaturated hydrocarbon or volatile compound means it has a more than single bonds in it, like a double bond or triple bond in it. So like I mentioned before, and like you can see in the image, there is a double bond present in the structure of isoprene. Monoterpenes are basically found in every essential oil. Okay, so all the essential oils that you hear about these days, especially in the field of beauty and grooming, you will hear this word, that is essential oils, being used. Okay, and essential oils are basically their sources are from plants, and in these essential oils, the monoterpenes are present. Monoterpenes can be as little as 1% to 95% of the oil. Monoterpenes have a lot of benefits. One of them is being supportive and enhancing the therapeutic talents of other components. So there are other compounds present in the maybe the plant source. Okay, when there is monoterpenes present along with it, monoterpenes help to be supportive and enhance the healing power of other compounds as well. Monoterpenes are also helping in quenching the potential toxic effects of compounds that could be themselves be harmful. Like if there was no presence of certain monoterpenes, and there is only certain compounds and there is no monoterpenes, those compounds in the absence of monoterpenes terpenes can be harmful. But when monoterpenes are present with them, so these compounds are not harmful to us, or are not harmful as such, or toxic as such. Instead, they turn them into helpers of the healing process. So monoterpenes are like you can say a security guard kind of person, or they keep a check on the toxic elements present in the plant, and they see whether they try to convert them into the helpers of the healing process rather than being toxic. Monoterpenes are also called as the balancing components of an oil. Monoterpenes are also beneficial because they are organizers. They are said to be a kind of organizers and work that same way in the body also. In when it enters our body, it works in the same way. It is a kind of organizing component of the of everything. So it's like reminding cells what they should be doing. Monoterpenes are there like managers kind of thing. Okay, they organize everything, they manage everything, they see if something is toxic, they convert it into helping components. okay, and they remind certain cells what they should be doing. Okay, if at all there is certain cells that is not functioning in a proper manner, okay, the monoterpenes help to remind those cells that, okay, cell, you're not doing your function, you need to do this function, so and so function. It is highly similar to clicking the factory reset button on a machine. Now, the synthesis of monoterpenes. Monoterpenes are synthesized in leucoplasts. Monoterpenes are synthesized in certain plastids or organelles called as leucoplasts. Now, what is leucoplasts? Leucoplasts are colorless plastids that are involved in the synthesis of monoterpenes. They are colorless plastids involved in the synthesis of monoterpenes. Generally speaking, in the essential oils, there are certain components that are volatile. Okay, so volatile components means something that evaporates faster, like alcoholic components or something like that, which helps which is volatile in nature. Okay, movement is faster and evaporates faster. So the monoterpenes are the volatile components contained in the essential oils. Their uses: they are used as flavors and pharmacological agents. Like I mentioned before, the synthesis is done inside a particular organelle of a cell that is called as leucoplasts. Okay, monoterpenes are produced or synthesized inside that organelle, but mainly the cells that are involved in producing monoterpenes are specialized secretory gland cells. Okay, they are specialized secretory gland cells that are associated with the leaf and stem trichomes. Trichomes are basically a small outgrowth that is seen on the upper layer of plants or plant cells, and these layers are usually unicellular. Okay, these cells are usually unicellular, trichomes are usually unicellular, and they are usually secretory. Secretory means they will secrete some sort of chemicals. So they are majorly used as protection. For protection, they secrete some certain chemicals on the outer surface of the plant, which causes itching and all other toxic effects on the living organism that will touch it. So in this case also, in monoterpenes also, the synthesis is carried out by specialized secretory gland cells that are related with the leaf and stem trichomes. This is also seen, synthesis is also seen in secretory cavities. For example, in the case of citrus peel, in lemon peels, okay, the outer layers of the fruit, the lemons and citrus fruits, there are certain cavities which are called as secretory cavities. Okay, it is a hole-like structure present right in the between of the continuous layer of cells, and this hole or little cavity, in this cavity there is a secretion happening of certain chemicals, and in case of citrus peel, in this secretory cavities, monoterpenes are also synthesized and stored. The plastid in which they are produced, they have certain characteristics. The plastids in which the monoterpenes are produced, they have certain characteristics. So one of them is that it has enveloping membranes, and these membranes are two-layered. That is, two envelope membranes. Okay, these plastids will have a very dense or thick stroma, and inside the plastid, okay, inside the plastid there will be very few internal membranes and ribosomes. Since the entire plastid is dedicated to the synthesis of monoterpenes, there is not a necessity of other ribosomes or protein synthesis structures. So hence there will be few internal membranes and ribosomes. These plastids will have very small plastoglobuli. Plastoglobuli are small mini compartments present inside the plastid. So these plastoglobuli are micro compartments present inside the plastid. So these are called as plastoglobuli. And in case of such plastids which are dedicated to the synthesis of monoterpenes, there will be very small plastoglobuli present. And the leucoplasts, that are colorless plastids involved in the synthesis of monoterpenes, these leucoplasts are surrounded by extensive network of tubular smooth endoplasmic reticulum membranes. As you all may be already knowing, endoplasmic reticulum is another cell organelle present inside the cell. But the endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two types, that is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is usually busy with the synthesis of steroids, phospholipids or lipids for that matter. Okay, and in this case also, in case of leucoplasts also, it is surrounded by extensive network of tubular smooth endoplasmic reticulum membranes. So for monoterpene synthesis as well, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum membrane also plays a role.